Yep. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. It's the OG, and it's later on in the afternoon, but it's still Mad Money. Special evening edition for y'all, for especially those of you all that are jumping off the cliff uh, uh, early and often. Um, we're gonna get into some things, but first off on my mind, you know, again, we have to stop spending so much time worrying and thinking about and comparing, you know what I'm saying, when we see somebody else, do something as an organization in this year league. Any other team's situation, position, cap space, it's not the same. Y'all got to stop jumping off these cliffs because you see somebody trade or sign somebody to a multi, and understand something. Just because you want them, that don't mean we want them. All right. And y'all got to get out of this mindset, out of this head space that we have to, just because, if we sign somebody and it ain't a big money name, you ain't happy, or you think it's something mid, or it's a lame player, or somebody that can't play. You know, again, turn the skill level to all Madden. Turn the trade restrictions on. Turn the salary cap on. Stop trying to build these super teams on Madden and then thinking that shit's supposed to work in real life in the NFL, because it don't. Your monopoly money mindset does not work in the NFL business stratosphere. It doesn't. And I don't give a damn you get tired of saying it, because I hear it in your lingo when you're talking, and the stuff y'all be talking about and how you be talking it. I hear it in your lingo because I play Madden too. The difference is I'm on all Madden. The trade restrictions are on. The salary cap is on. Dealing with it like it's in real life. But see, I can tell that when stuff is a little bit difficult, y'all try to find ways to cheat the process or cut corners, and it always comes up a jacked up product. Okay, we've signed 5 or 6, sufficient players of need, and y'all out here bitching, moaning, complaining. We ain't signed nobody. Yeah, we have signed somebody. It just ain't the name you looking for. It ain't that 40 or 50 million dollar a year name that you looking for. That's our problem right there. The moment Crosby became a conversation, we got to go. The moment it became factoid that Myles Garrett contract was up in the air, we got that get it. Same with Trey Hendrickson. I mean, it would be one thing if we had 75, 80, 85 million dollars to play with. Then you might have a point. You just might, almost maybe have a point. And bro, we dealing with $8 million to the damn negative, and y'all out here, we didn't do it. Okay, let's unpack this situation. Y'all do know we got to sign a draft class.
Yep.
Y'all do know that, right? Y'all do know that. Okay, that's number one. Number two, we have our own free agents that we got to keep plugged in, you know what I'm saying, and make sure we have enough to give at least something sufficient enough to keep that person here, especially if they want to be here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, y'all forget we got a practice squad too, right? They ain't on the squad. They ain't on that squad for free.
Nope.
They're not on that squad for free. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, and then you get mad. and act like the team didn't do what they're supposed to when we let people, when we release people in parentheses that don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? What? You want to jack up the locker room by keeping somebody here that don't by paying wasting money on somebody that don't want to be here, as proven by Drew Dalman. Did his press conference actually sound like a guy that wanted to be in Atlanta?
Hell no.
Come on, let that sink in. Did his introductory press conference in Chicago, did that sound like a guy that wanted to be in Atlanta? Help me understand. Help me understand some of y'all. I said it beforehand. Y'all really think this man want to stay here for $8 to $9 million less than his market value, and he's the third best center in the league? Y'all got to stop smoking that goddamn cracked up ass steroids you on. We keep trying to explain to y'all on a daily basis 2 + 2 is 4, not 12. 3 + 3 is 6, not 96.
That's that new math.
0 + 0 is what? And you hit it in integers. 0, damn it.
It's 10.
That new math.
Come on, man. Y'all lost your mind. Chase and Higgins got 16 per each over there. Now look at the situation. Now look at the situation. And I'm gonna hand this over to you, Juan. I mean, you look at the situation. Trey Hendrickson is on ice right now because don't nobody want that damn contract he got, and he wants an extension, and they ain't got the money to keep him.
Well,
that's why they're trying to trade him.
Well, the funny thing is, it was said right in front of their face, and that's why I've been on y'all necks, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Y'all do realize if you look at Exhibit A, the team wanted a contract deal, and then Hendrickson's agent wanted a contract deal. And since both of those things not gonna fit in the same room, or in y'all case, the same pair of thongs, y'all run out here. Oh my gosh, we need to get him. We need to get him because he's gonna save us. Let me tell y'all again, for those that like reading in reverse braille. There was not one iota of him that's going to save this defense. And I don't care who you call. You can call your mama, you can call your uncle with the dirty draws, you can call your cousin that got the little ketchup stains on their wife beater. He is not going to save our defense. One man alone is not going to save our defense. Even if we got Max Crosby, that's not going to save our defense. We are not one player away from the Super Bowl, and we're not one player away from a top 15 defense. The whole defense has to show up, not just the person y'all want us to have. Now, with that being said, you know good and damn well nobody was about to take that double contract foolishness and run with it. I said it on my shorts, and y'all had pity parties. Y'all was pulling your drawers down, throwing them on the wall, wallowing in the mud, rolling around behind the toilet. If we don't get it, this is why we don't want to win. Newsflash, goofies. The team was mismanaged. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. Nobody right now got money. And what's funny is they can't afford to let him go, and we can't afford to get him. You see how that works? Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, that's just like a headache with being bludgeoned in the back of your head. That's just fun. They can't let him go, and we can't get him. And ain't nobody else looking for him. Who this, Harpo? And then it's rumored he may sit out the whole season. Guess what? Joe Burrow, he barely got any people now. When they gave them 2 receivers that money, that was it. That was it. That meant, Joe Burrow gonna be playing on defense. Joe Burrow gonna be playing on special teams. So y'all might as well get ready. It's about to be the Joe Burrow show and them. Joe and them. That's the new TV show. It comes on at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Joe and them. Because that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
And y'all want the Falcons to be Michael Penix and the Water Boy. But we got that man though, and when the man don't pan out, what's wrong with the Falcons? They stupid. They should have never gave a contract. I remember somebody saying that about Kirk Cousins. Y'all remember Kirk?
Mm.
The little white boy that was the little Amish white boy that was wearing the chain on the plane, and y'all thought he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Y'all remember him? The one that stood up on the podium and threw everybody under the bus after he blew out his back tire. Yeah, him. The one y'all complaining about now. We need to get rid of Kirk. He's eating up all the money, so we can't get the popular players. Yeah.
Now,
So you want Kirk part 2? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me.
now I'm gonna add something to this equation, and I'm gonna hand it off to Ant. Y'all do know we got 5 draft picks, and we need 9. How you think we're gonna get them? Okay, I'm just adding that to the equation. While y'all ain't out here talking about, trading for Trey Hendrickson. Mind you, that deal in itself would cost at least 3 picks, along with some coins that we don't have.
Sam, you know what? But before you finish, I think it was a rumor going around that Blank was going to sell parts of the stadium to get those other 4 picks. I just heard that. I wasn't sure. I have to check my sources.
Yeah,
that's no piece there.
It's just an easier question, just out of your mind, Ant. Why is it that NFL cap business is lost on its fan base?
I think, in my mind, they living on a cloud. Some cloud that's out in outer space that we have no idea where where it's at or what even they be thinking about, because half the shit that they want we can't afford. But everything that they have gotten in this off season was a bona fide deed. Just go back on the tape. Go back to last year and
Yep.
see. I mean, it wasn't just the pass rush that was coming on at the end of the season. We were also missing tackles and in space. We were blowing coverages. But hey, guess what? You know what? Our linebackers couldn't couldn't cover any running back or any tight end. But hey, let's go out and pay 30+ million for a pass rusher. Hold on, didn't we just sign an old pass rusher last year that was supposed to do the same thing that we're asking another old ass pass rusher to do?
No. See, because
What?
he was in coverage, seen running towards the end zone, but that's none of my business.
Hold on. What wasn't that part of his job? I don't know. I don't know.
I thought, because I thought, that he was supposed to be up near the line of scrimmage. I didn't know he was supposed to be way back there covering people with red sleeves on, but that ain't none of my business either. I don't make decisions in that office.
Well, we need to, sure that up. But
Yeah.
that's it's still mind-boggling to me. Like we get rid of one old ass pass rusher, and we want another old ass pass rusher to do the same thing that this old ass pass rusher couldn't do last year.
And but Can I ask you a question? If we get the old pass rusher to fill in for the other old pass rusher, and every other part of the defense is pretty much wide open, like blazing saddles. I mean, isn't that a problem? Like, who else is going to defend the Falcons?
It would be wide. Our defense will be wide open, like all of our highways used to be in Atlanta before all these, these
Mm-hmm,
people
Now,
moved
mm-hmm,
here.
I
mm-hmm.
think this particular epidemic is part of maybe part of the equation. You know, I just throw that out there for y'all. Looking
Mm.
for a name instead of the game. That's a old but a new strand of this, bring this epidemic that's going on in this fan base.
Mm, 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 mm.
Okay, like Ant said, you go and you look, at what was the epitome of the season last year, and then you go and then you look and see what we've signed so far.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of y'all scoffed at that Divine boy from the Raiders, but if I remember correctly, didn't we have a bunch of linebackers that could not cover?
Boy,
But yeah, okay. Maybe it's just me. Maybe
no,
it's
you
just
right.
me.
You
You
right,
know,
Sam.
you know what I'm saying. We got, in my opinion, younger and better with Jordan Fuller. Imagine that.
No, Sam, back it up because you said something a couple shows ago that I think went over the head. You got a player that has a multitude of abilities and different positions that one can play in any given position or Sunday, as they
Mm-hmm.
like to quote. Not just pass rush, but can fit a
Mm-hmm.
multitude of positions. Okay,
Yeah.
now here's the equation that Sam is trying to give y'all. He trying to give y'all cliff notes for dummies. But you do realize if you have people that can cover, especially in the linebacker room, that means the guys that are dedicated for pass rush can do their job at pass rush. That means that
Hello.
frees up guys on the front to do their job at getting at the quarterback as well. That frees up your DBs, your safeties, and your corners to do their jobs on the back end, which is to cover and terrorize the offense. Because you can't have a Jesse Bates trying to catch an interception while trying to cover his man because his man is forced to be a linebacker to help cover the linebacker that can't cover.
Yeah, right. Right.
I mean, come on. That's like eating a bowl of milk with no cereal. What are we doing? You put
See.
the milk in a glass, not a bowl.
Look, we try to give information and perspectives in all account, but a lot of y'all make it hard not to go into an old grandma phase when you done ran across a garden and trample one of the flowers. Y'all make it real hard not to go upside your head. You know what I'm saying? Something because y'all hit sin on some of the stupidest shit daily.
Hourly.
I mean, I'm been trying to look up the HR department for Idiots R Us, to see how much they paying per hour, because y'all get up on a daily basis with the idiotic fuckery relentlessly early.
Mm, mm, mm,
And I'm talking about work hard at being an idiot.
mm. Working
There's
nine
a few
to
there's a few people that's batting 10 for 10 right now. Because every time you hit sin, it's on something that you shouldn't. We try to give you the benefit of the doubt. We try to give you a moment that where you could take that off ramp to the smart room, but yet you keep getting in the HOV lane at 90 miles an hour. It's straight to Dumbbell.
Well, Sam, them
People,
smart lanes, they
you
kind of thin
cannot make
nowadays.
us have money. You cannot make us spend money that we don't have. And then we do, and we spend it on a need, and it's like, y'all, you just don't get it. You're not happy, because it's not a 30 to 40 to $50 million name per year annually. Y'all want us to jump off a cliff like Jacksonville did season before last, and look where they at now after spending over $300 million in free agency. Y'all want us to go on a spending spree like that, only to turn around a season later to be exactly where they at now. See, it's funny how y'all take it. Y'all jump off these cliffs for these teams and the activity that they be doing in free agency. But then when it's time to double back and follow up, oh no, you don't want to have that conversation about the same team that you was clapping and jumping up and down and smacking your cheeks for. Y'all out here over the moon. We be doing like trying to Jacksonville sign on to be. Well, look exactly where Jacksonville at now. Sunshine got one foot out the door. Half the offensive line gone. The defense is falling apart every other hour as we speak. Y'all get out here and get mad about stuff, and then you be just so uninformed. We started the fucking offseason $11 million to the negative. You know what has changed? $3 million to the negative is off that number.
Sam, how about we just have a moment of clarity and honesty with ourselves. Let's be real. Y'all mindset for this y'all mindset for this team ain't changed. Y'all ain't let's be real. We didn't got players, we didn't won games, we have been at the playoff door with the keys in our hand for 4 years straight. Y'all don't think this team is worth 2 dams and a half. And the problem is y'all not being entertained. Let's keep it a buck. Y'all not being entertained enough for it to overlook the fact that you still don't think this team is worth a damn. And I said this today in the group when they brought out a picture of where they thought we were in terms of stature, which most of that was false anyway. Y'all don't think this Falcons team is worth 2 dams and a half. Because if you did, you would pay attention to the shit that's going on. Y'all, to sit up here and just say blatantly to try to defend your argument is I'm an avid Falcons fan, or I'm a season ticket holder, does you no credence at all.
So what?
Because
you being a season ticket holder does what for your common sense?
Yeah,
what absolutely nothing.
That proves nothing.
Because you sit up here and say that, yet and still you ignore the moves made because it's not popular. You ignore what the team is trying to do because it's not going to make you excited when you go to the bins, because ain't nobody promising you no Lombardi. And I said that. I said the only standard y'all measure this organization, this team by is the Super Bowl. That's it. Y'all don't care about the players, the contracts, the business behind it. Y'all don't care about free agency, the draft. All y'all care about is as long as we get players that make us popular and we get a Lombardi so I can brag to people that don't already like me. That's what it is. You don't care about the team. You care about being right. And because you're not made to feel good and right, you don't feel important. So you say, well, I'm not going to say my team ain't worth shit. I'm just going to act like it and hope don't nobody notice. But I'm going to complain about all the popular players we're not getting, all of the contracts we're not getting, all of the free agents and draft signings that other people are talking about that's making them feel good, and they're not doing it for me. When am I gonna get bent over? It's my turn.
And I'm gonna give him another gem too for you idiots that keep singing this particular song that I'm quite tired of right now. Okay, the Kirk Cousins situation is what it is. All right, but understand something. Even if Kirk wasn't here, our damn cap situation would still be what it is.
Yep.
It would still be what it is. We still would have had to let go Grady. We still would have had to let go somebody, even if it hadn't been Drew Dalman. We still would have, because we still would have needed the damn money. Kirk's contract is a hit, but it ain't the hit. It's not.
It's not as bad as you think.
So all y'all that keep out here trying to stand on Kirk Cousins' contract as your reason for screaming, well, Terry needs to be fired. Go and play in traffic with that shit. Go play in traffic with that bullshit.
The thing is, you got to understand, and y'all should know this by now. When you get into the postseason, even when you get the championships, that allows the team to make more money. They make more money the further along they get in the season. So when you don't get there, or when your coach ain't got enough marbles in his head rolling around to let him know, hey, the more games you win, the more times you get in the playoff, the more money you get, it would make sense that you would want to do better by the organization. Because when you have what we quote unquote call a short season, the shorter your season is, the less financials you can acquire. The longer you play, the more you get paid. Because the more you get paid is because the more fans that see you in a collection. Not one off or two off. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands. Because the more you win, the more fans come to see you. So that's the thing.
Yep.
That's why winning Super Bowl championships are so important. That's why the teams that consistently win, you see they have money. Why? Because they're consistently playing longer so that people can see them, so that they can get more money. It's like your job. You have to show up to get paid. They don't pay you for being a ghost.
Well, and for some of you out there carrying your torch for Drew Dalman wanted to be the highest paid center in the league.
That wasn't happening here.
For some of y'all that's carrying the torch for Drew Dalman, you got to realize Drew Dalman just got good last season. Sorry to tell you.
I mean, the facts are the facts.
Right. He wasn't good all the time.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna ask a rhetorical question. What did Drew Dalman and Grady Jarrett have in common, and not just going to the same place? They both have had injuries the last 2 years.
Yep. And before y'all have amnesia and think that Drew Dalman was really doing something, you do know he was rolling 5 deuce 4 Trey on Perk Plus.
Right.
Beaker with the good hair. You do realize that. Me. The league just gave him acknowledgement of being good this last season. Because if that wasn't the case, guess what would have happened? Nothing. He wouldn't even be in Chicago having this conversation.
And you know what, Joe, Texas boy, just my optimistic self. I'm watching, and I have that same sentiment. I have that same sentiment to a certain degree. But even with that, still, the motherfucker still got 5 games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and until the coaching improve, show not just until it improves and you can see the improvement. I'm not buying nothing that chewing gum cheese, Sammy Davis Jr. grinning ass fucker got to say. I'm not buying any of it. You know what I'm saying? But to the point, I have that same sentiment by the movement again. And I'm maintaining Terry Fontenot is the one dude in this mess that is doing their job. Terry Fontenot, and to his vicious cutthroat degree, put the spotlight and the ball in Homer and Bart Simpson's court. Okay, because those two are the ones that have to explain or acknowledge or unacknowledge or snitch on each other about last season's debacle. With the injury list, those 4 games, all that. Terry put that in. Okay, right. You gonna say you played hurt from week 10 on? Well, here. Kirk Cousins was only on the injury report once. That clears me of all this bullshit y'all have it. Now Homer and Bart got to goddamn explain that shit. Got to answer questions on that shit because it's between those two. There, you want to talk about attached at the hip? Them two, yeah, yeah. Yes. See, and coming into the draft situation, get your Kleenexes ready because Tyler ass gonna be up out of here. Tyler gonna be up out of here. On the first thing smoking to anybody that offers two fourths or a fourth and a fifth for his ass. Or Terry catches right, man. Shit, it might be a second and a third. Oh, just get ready. Have your Kleenex ready. You know what I'm saying? Get your soapbox. Have it sitting right there at the door for y'all to get up on. Because I know y'all gonna jump up on it when it's announced. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But I'm gonna say good afternoon to everyone that joined me for this special edition of Mad Monday with the OG on this Monday evening. Georgia, Texas boy, Mr. Knight, Auntie, Sonia, everybody. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. I love you. I really do. I love you all. Getting in there, you know what I'm saying, and checking the brother out. Now, y'all have to get over this hard on that you got for Trey Hendrickson. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. All right. We have talent here. We have bodies that are actually going to be coming back. You know what I'm saying? That from off of last report that on even a mention as of yesterday morning, not yesterday morning. I think it was Friday morning, that they're both on schedule to be, you know what I'm saying, healthy and all 100% for camp. Hitman Helms and Trice. All right.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And so all of this about, well, we should go out here and spend money that we don't have on this fat name. Well, we have some names sitting in our cabinet, in our pantry. And y'all forget a lot of this young talent that's on the team, especially on the defensive side of the ball, didn't see too much of any kind of action last year. Come on now. We got the, it's instead of overthinking or having wishful thinking out loud, how about relatively thinking of the situation as is currently constituted in reality.
Hmm.
And with that being said, with the moves that have been made, um, and couldn't you say that linebacker, safety, or DT is going to be the priority whenever we do pick?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I do still think we need a big man, a big man. Like I'm talking about over 300 pounds, big man. We
You know,
still
you
need,
talking about butt crack.
we need some butt crack. And
Cheeks.
I don't think with us, re-signing and signing, secondary help. I don't. We might find a gym, later on in the draft, but
Mm-hmm.
trying to get getting one of those top cornerbacks or safeties in the draft. I don't think that's gonna happen now because we've signed a veteran, well, two veterans actually, a cornerback and a safety. So I don't think that's gonna happen. Now we we may sign or try to get a linebacker in the draft. We could. We still need bodies. So anything is possible. But
Mm-hmm.
actually, hit, these top of the top, guys, I don't see it. I would like for us to trade back, to be honest.
Well, y'all heard me say it. I that 15 pick. Come out. I'm trying to get all the way at the first round.
Dang,
Hmm.
dangle that thing in front of somebody.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that 15 pick and let me get a second, a fourth, your fifth next year, and a sixth, and you can have it.
Well, I'm about to say
Yes.
I'm about to say something that's gonna hurt people's feelings even more. Trey Hendrickson again, we don't need him
No.
because we we got good corners, we got good safeties. We have begun to transition our linebacking core. As far as defense goes, I'm with Ant. We need that big dude up front to free up the other guys up front because again, let me remind you, how did our front look when Calais Campbell was up there? They moved him around. What his position allowed other guys on that front to get free. And we know based on how our defense operates, when guys up front get free, the quarterback is normally in trouble. Now, I'm going to mention something else. Junebug gonna get what he wants. I'm gonna. I hate to say it. A lot of y'all not gonna like it. Junebug is gonna get what he wants. I'm already seeing videos of them crowning him this season. He's going to get what he wants. Trust and believe. They're going. If people, I don't know if we're gonna trade out the first round. I'm saying to myself, if we don't have the man that we need there, we should and get more picks because that would make more sense. But best believe in this draft there will be some offensive pieces that y'all gonna have to swallow. No mayonnaise.
Uh-uh.
Junebug gonna get what he wants
The swallowing has begun.
because the one thing that I don't see them doing, and I'm gonna be honest, and Sam, you can back me up, they wasn't giving Ritter shit. They wasn't gonna give Ritter shit. I don't care if Ritter glowed and became Super Saiyan 5. They wasn't gonna give him shit. Penix, oh, they gonna give him everything he asked for. they gonna bust their butt too. Why? Because that young man right there, with the right pieces around him, with the right coaching, I'm gonna stress that, is gonna basically be a problem. And we seen it last season.
You know, well, dreaded. You know, see, that's that mindset I be talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? You think you think $25 to $30 million a year or more would change the sack output? I mean, you all are so, a lot of y'all are so gung ho the fact that nobody's on this roster that's going to be. Well, part of that, part of the lackluster of sacks has a lot to do with coaching.
Mm-hmm. It does.
The diagramming of a scheme. A lot of that has to do with that. Okay, I'm just saying, bro. You know, to automatically assume that oh well, you look at the defensive coaching that we've had in the last couple of seasons, or the lack thereof. But nobody brings that up when they like to throw up the sack numbers. Nobody brings up coaching. Okay, well let me quote a saying from a guy that a lot of y'all hate. One, Mr. Bill Belichick.
Mm.
It don't matter how much talent you got. All the talent in the world is not going to out talent bad coaching.
That part.
See, yeah, y'all like to throw out these, you know what I'm saying, little sayings with no substance or no info, no dialogue to back it up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, I wasn't satisfied with the sack numbers either, but also at the same time, you take a look at, you know what I'm saying, what the actual problem is. So when we going to put the onus on that where it's supposed to be on the
But
coach?
but Sam, they leaving out a crucial part about how sacks come about. 50% of your sacks come from pressures. And I want to break this down.
Yep.
When you look at sacks, sacks don't come out of nowhere. They come out of pressures. They're a result of pressures. Pressure comes first, then the sack comes. You can't have a sack without the pressure, because pressure comes from the entire D line going at their protection. Okay, their O line. The O line is the quarterback's protection. Pressures come from the D line. Without the D line pressuring, one or two people can't get at the quarterback unless you ain't got nobody standing there.
Now, Juan, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Where does the pressure come from?
Well, it depends on it depends on the scheme, but sometimes, like you said, you can use a 4-man front, you can use a 5-man front, or you can use a 7-man front, or it depends, or you can use a zero blitz where everybody, they just send the whole house and they'll have an extra man, to, in case you try to block. That's the extra man that usually gets home. But in typical fashion, the pressure comes first. The reason why you never hear me especially get so caught up on sacks is sacks are fine, sacks are good, but pressures do two things. Pressures help aid in sacks, and they also cause the quarterback to throw the ball away, which can also result in a interception.
Yep.
See, that's what y'all thinking in terms of one thing. Y'all thinking in terms of, ooh, it looked good on film to knock the quarterback's block off, and it throws him off and makes him look around. But pressures also disrupt him to the point where he holds the ball longer. It gives your front more time to get at him. It pushes the quarterback further back than where the team is right now, and it can force him to throw the ball out of bounds or to the other team.
You know what, Juan? I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna use what you're saying as an example. Now, I want everybody to remember when we played Cincinnati a couple of years ago, and we sacked Burrow like at least 2 or 3 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't get pressure on him. It didn't matter because it didn't matter. All those sacks didn't matter. He was not rattled at all.
Mm-hmm. There you
Now
go, Aaron.
that game was not close until we came back at the end of the game when it was just about almost too late. It
Mm-hmm.
was like 28 to something, like 10 or something like that. It was crazy. We could not. What Juan is talking about is pressure has to come from up the middle. We have not been doing that
Mm-hmm.
these last couple of years. We do not get pressure up the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. Most quarter. See, the thing is, like I said, sacks are good, and I would never say they're not important, but they're
Right.
not the only aspect. Y'all focus on sacks because they look good on film, but those pressures is what I look at because those pressures basically throw off the rhythm between the quarterback and the offense.
Yep.
That's what you want. You can get a sack. We've gotten sacks, and the ball still was thrown and caught downfield. We saw it this season.
How about that?
We've hit people like Jaden Daniels. We hit people like, you know what I'm saying, Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? We hit people and they still made they still made that pass down the field. We was like, dang.
Yeah.
So if you can get a sack, but if he gets the ball out and it still connects, guess what? That's just a number on the board. You didn't stop them. I want to disrupt him completely so that when I get that sack, either we got the ball and going back the other way, or we stop their drive and get them off the field. That's what you want. You want the sacks, yes, but you want pressures more because pressures disrupt the flow of the offense. Sacks just rattle the quarterback. And most quarterbacks that don't get rattled, them sacks don't mean nothing. They just numbers on the board. When y'all can disrupt the quarterback when you can hit Joe Burrow 12 times and Joe Burrow get up 13 times and still can throw the ball down the field 25 yards, you have done nothing but made it look good on film. If I can get Joe Burrow out of the pocket every damn time and make him throw something stupid to where Jesse Bates can take it home, I'll take that all day. Because now he's got to worry about how am I going to get this pass out and make it connect without messing up. Versus, I'm worried about I'm about to get hit. Anybody hit me again, they're going to send a blitz. I'm going to lay down and get right back up and throw it. Every quarterback in the league ain't skittish.
Look, a quarterback seeing ghosts is not just a phrase. That's what bringing pressure is. When you get pressure up the middle or even in the B gap or whatever, seeing ghosts, it means now your footwork is not connected. Now you're in your head, you're thinking too much. Now you're rushing. Like, oh shit. When nobody's there and you're already, you're sped up. Now you're off your game. That's what we're talking about.
Do you know when you send pressures at quarterbacks, they no longer effectively can look off defenders? They can't look off the safeties. When they go through their progressions, the quarterback's best weapon is to be able to look off a safety and make him react before you throw the ball. When you have pressured him enough, he can't effectively look off a safety because he's too worried about when I throw this ball, is it going to get to my intended target? So now he's not only worried about getting hit, he's worried about, dang, where are they going to come from? So I can't effectively look off any safeties to make them go the other way. Now I'm going to throw usually in the direction that the safety's probably going to go. And it may get picked off. Jesse Bates, if y'all listen to his story, when he first got to Atlanta, he said, I love to look at the quarterback's eyes. I can tell exactly where they're going to go. Once Jesse Bates, a safety like him, locks in on you as a quarterback, there is no looking him off. There is no looking him off. He got you. He gonna follow your eyes to see exactly where you go. Even when you do that look off, he gonna like, all right, I'm gonna sit for a minute, and when he's comfortable enough, he gonna look at his target, and I'm gonna pick him off. Now imagine that times 10 when he don't know where you guys are coming from. Game over, because now the offense can't function.
Now they can't function.
Right.
Hey, keep together function.
That's it. And this is the small, intricate detail with Mad Mike, K-Style, Sam, and myself. This is Jude. This is what we talk about. That's that little stuff that if you pay very close attention to when you're watching the game, you'll see it. That is the reason why we get so frustrated when we see Raheem got them guys 5 to 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. Or we got it. We got the defense so disconfigured that people like Jesse Bates can't follow the quarterback. If Raheem would have had that defense functioning the way it's supposed to, Jesse Bates would have got a whole bunch of interceptions. Because he got to worry about making sure AJ good or whoever else is on the other side of the field. He got to make sure the other two, if they're playing 3-man safety, he got to make sure the other 2 safeties are good. Or if it's just him and another safety, he got to worry about his man and himself. He can't roam.
Our biggest problem on last season was that our underneath coverage sucked so bad. Jesse was running around in circles out there and was getting beat.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
We had run dynamic linebackers who could not cover in coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, getting beat underneath. Okay, slot receivers, second and third tight ends, running backs were destroying us last year because we didn't have but one linebacker that could cover because our other one, unfortunately, kept getting hurt.
Yep. And when he was on the field, he was putting himself in position to get hurt. Why? Because he was compensating for the lack thereof.
Yep.
Anytime your player is out of position or he's covering for the other man on the other side of him, he's going to get hurt because he's overexerting himself trying to be 2 people at one time. Can you work on your technique trying to be 2 people? Please let me know. Because I ain't split myself in 2 yet and found out it was fun.
Look, when I seen when we played against Denver, we got beat on numerous occasions by the same fucking what was that? It was
the same play,
the same fucking slant route,
Mm-hmm.
the same slant route, the whole damn game. And we did not make not one adjustment that whole game. They scored twice on the same fucking play on the opposite side.
I'm gonna use a boxing reference because I was gonna use another reference, but I don't want Sam to get kicked off for YouTube. But if you keep putting your chin out there, it's gonna keep getting tagged. Okay? If you keep putting your chin out there, it's gonna keep getting tagged. Keep dropping that arm at the wrong time. You're gonna get tagged. That's just the way stuff goes. And we kept dropping our arm, letting them hit the chin.
This is the epitome. What you're just hearing over the last 20 minutes or so is the epitome of what we've been saying for the last few weeks with you folks out here trying to be on tear ahead about coaching stuff. Okay? And it's video documented evidence. Everything that we just spoke on, everything. Video documented evidence. The mass and majority and the epitome of the problem on this team is coaching. And yet none of y'all seems to bring that up when y'all out here talking about, well, we ain't improved in this and we ain't improved in that. Or you saying that now, but wait till the end of the season, we still got less than 20 sacks. Well, yeah, that ain't on the talent on this team. That's on coaching. or the lack thereof. Something that y'all don't seem to put on when it comes to actually putting a spotlight or accountability on that rusted, ducky, dark-skinned Skittler brother named Raheem Morris.
Captain Chiclet.
For some reason, y'all, but I know what that reason is though. But I'm not gonna harp on that this whole time.
We're not gonna go there, Sam.
I'm just saying, if you're inside the house and you're looking out there and you see all them dark workers outside there working in the cornfield.
Sam, now let's be honest. You know a lot of these people are addicted to their glass of Yoo-hoo. You know these people are addicted to their glass of Yoo-hoo. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
But I'm gonna say this to all of that. Y'all remember now, y'all campaigned and bitched and cried and moaned and complained for change. And we told you it's gonna be some parts of this that ain't gonna feel good. There's gonna be some parts of this change that y'all want that ain't gonna feel right. It's not gonna feel good, and it's gonna last a good little while. Well, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Cause you got what you wanted. You got your milk dug ass goddamn head coach. Okay. You got your nice and toasted quarterback. Okay. Mm-hmm. But with those ingredients, half baked as they were, what was the outcome? What was the outcome?
No playoffs.
What was the outcome? You so quick and so ready to be all on top of Kirk head, but when at the end of the day, the executive decisions, as it were or were not, laid in whose feet and in whose lap? The man that y'all don't have no accountability to. Yeah, Kirk's involvement in this is shit for stains. Yeah, all of that. But when it came down to making the decision for what's good for business, what's the best move for the team, he did not. And not now. I ain't seen that now. One of y'all posts, or tweets, or IG or nothing about Raheem Morris and his coaching ability or the lack thereof. Now, when you cross that line and stand on business, then maybe just maybe, you know what I'm saying, we might almost have an intellectual conversation about this here situation.
That's crossing the gun line, Bob.
But as long as y'all keep walking out of him half-ass naked and fresh out of Vic-itis, I'm gonna keep treating you like it.
It ain't even Vic-itis no more. It's Vic-Ovid.
So it's itis. That's just this season's new strain.
Vic-Ovid. Yeah.
And see what Vic-Ovid is when you do something stupid, like, you know what I'm saying, try to play the black card in a situation where the opposition of what you're trying to present it to is a black quarterback.
Just because y'all don't like light chocolate versus dark chocolate, shame on y'all.
Sooner or later, when you get tired of having that illiterate goddamn concussion from busting your ass up against that damn wall, trying to carry that pedestal that y'all keep putting AAU on, and disrespecting guys like Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts.
That's what we'll talk about, baby.
Okay, you'll figure it out sooner or later. You'll figure out sooner or later. Done been there, done that. Done seen it move before. Done seen it and it always ends the same.
But you know what, Sam? What's going to be funny, and this is why I can't wait for us to finally get a Lombardi, because all y'all gonna act like y'all had the gospel. Then y'all gonna be acting like y'all gonna act like y'all takes was on water, and it was turning it into wine, and it was feeding
Now,
5,000 in the
now you know what
multitude.
they're gonna do. You know what they're gonna do. They gonna try to rewrite history like they do when they try to tell the Vic story of how he took over. You know what I'm saying, the game at Lambeau Field, which is a lie. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're
Bold
gonna do.
face lie.
Oh yeah,
Bold face
they
lie.
go. I'm a season ticket holder, and I remember they told me that when Michael Penix got here, he was gonna be great, and I said, yeah, he was. No, you didn't.
No, you
No,
didn't.
you didn't. Y'all wanted Trey Hendrickson. Hush. Yeah, I knew we was gonna get a Super Bowl that year because I said they gonna rewrite 2016. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't think we was gonna make the playoffs.
Look, when it all boils down to, you know, a lot of you all suggest that right now. It just shut the fuck up. Just shut the entire fuck up and have several seats. Several, not a seat. Have several seats. Now we're all in here. We're playing the wait and see game because a lot, a lot of folks are, waiting to see, who's going to be the first to step up to the Kirk Cousins sweepstakes. It probably won't happen to maybe the third or fourth round of the draft. Um, and I'm gonna tell you something else too. I'm gonna reiterate this. Go on and get your Kleenex ready, cause Tyler ass is out of him. We need bodies. We need picks. You don't think we can find another goddamn fifth round running back?
Well, we got one on the board.
Mike done told y'all as 1,000 times, stop falling in love. You fall in love and get attached to some of these folks in some situations. And this is one of them. Y'all need to look. Terry went in and found Tyler in the fifth round. You don't think he can't do it again?
Well, shoot, K Styles
did
has
it
said it more
last year.
times than K Styles has said it more times than not. We got another running back on the team that ain't even played really.
Right.
We don't even know what he can do. Again, we got a pantry full of food, but we scared to cook.
A whole bunch of canned goods that we ain't even bothered to open.
But you want to go grocery shopping.
And got $3 worth of food stamps.
Right. And bills due next week. All of them.
See, that damn light bill $300, but you want to go out here and spend $800 in Macy's. Stop it, I say.
You want to spend $900 on ho-hos, cereal, and them meat filled Pop-Tarts y'all be eating. And then complain talking about I can't break even no more. I'm always behind. I'm always robbing Peter to pay Paul. Stop paying Peter and you ain't got to rob Paul.
Because trust and believe, y'all out here crashing out over money being spent in other organizations. Can you look in our wallet and say, well, we had enough money to do that? No, you can't. And if you do say that, you not only are you fooling yourself, not only are you delusional, but you just asking for a headache. Cause that wall there is not gonna move. That wall there is not gonna change. Again, we started the off season 11.8 million to the negative. That number, since whatever all the little bitty, you know what I'm saying, Family Dollar type move we done made, and that number has only changed to 8 million to the negative.
Mm-hmm.
Where in there do you see that we can sign a trade for a trade? Sign him to a 4-year extension that's going to ram somewhere around 150 million, which probably 110 of that will be guaranteed. Where in there do you see us having the money to do that?
And I hate to tell y'all, Terry does love his family members, so I don't see him selling them on the auction block to get Trey Hendrickson. Just saying.
I felt obligated to get at you all this afternoon, you know what I'm saying, not being able to do it this morning. Like I said, this was the evening edition of Mad Monday with the OG. And I appreciate the guys coming in and, you know, expounding on the topics with me. Y'all hit that like button for me. You know what I'm saying? If you're not tuned in, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to your boy. Subscribe to the Teflon OG, aka Mr. White, affiliated
Mr. White.
and ran by Rich Mind Network in conjunction with the Unholy Alliance and members of the Asylum.
No straight jack shouting.
Hey,
Yes.
I mean, I mean, look. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the OG, Mr. White. He's putting out some stuff. Make sure y'all keep up with the franchise himself. Hey, man, make sure you guys listen. Make sure you guys go check out Mr. Tactician 78 on YouTube. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Keep up with my shorts, and we got constant content coming out. We are part of the Holy Alliance and dedicated members of the Asylum. Yes, sir. I mean, hey, I like to thank Sam for having me on here. It has been a pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna let the Unholy Alliance get fill the rest of you all's evening or the night there is. But right here,
Oh.
mission push, mission drove, mission accomplished. Hey, you got to keep it A. You got to keep it dirty. You know, and you got to keep it real with yourself. Let your next choice be your best choice. And by what I mean by best choice, stop doing and saying things you know you ain't got no business saying. I ain't talking about nobody, but I'm talking about what I'm talking about.
That means don't talk no more.
Safety is an obligation unto yourself. And with that being said, man, the Unholy Alliance, y'all have a good evening, good afternoon, good night, and we out.
Later.
Peace.